Yo, what's up, everybody? Coming at you guys with, I guess, my first real review on this channel. I'm getting ready to spoil the out of this movie. Man, Wonder Woman 1984, aka WW84. This is the review. I know you boys in America have not seen it yet. Birdman hands rubbing together. So, I got to see this movie 7 days earlier than with the United States, and I guess the Western world is going to get to see it because it's supposed to come out on when is that? It's supposed to come out on not New Year's. I'm so crazy. It's supposed to come out on Christmas Day, simultaneously in theaters as well as on demand, which is HBO Max, right? But the reason that it's come to Japan 7 days earlier on December, when was it, 18th? Is, man, they know that the Japanese don't sit inside the movie theaters and record shit, you know what I mean? So there's nobody sitting there pirating movies inside the theater with a camcorder or a 4K phone or whatnot, right? So they know that they can trust this market of the world, so they release it here first. Got to see this movie way ahead of you guys, but I've been so busy that I didn't have time to actually to put up the review, but putting it up now. So, man, I'm gonna spoil this movie so bad. Spoilers from right now. You don't want to hear anything? Get off right now. All right, here we go. So, hope y'all are ready. I got all my notes here on my iPad Pro. It's just too much to remember, man. I had to type it all. I was typing so much on my phone, just pecking it all out as the movie was playing. I was like, at the halfway point, 1 hour in, I was like, man, I just can't do this anymore. It's just too many damn notes to be taken. So let me just go ahead and stop doing this. So I'll speak up to a certain point of the movie, give you guys the setup and all that, get you guys enticed, but I definitely won't be making it. I mean, I might touch on the end, but I will be just glossing over it like what? Let's get this thing started. Been talking too much. So, a lot to take in. Might steer clear of the ending. So, the movie began just as the first one did, with Diana as a child on her home island. And she was participating in a massive race of speed and skill and agility as a young girl against adults, right? You know, she is who she is. She's the daughter of the the princess of the island, or whatever, the queen. So you know she got the skills. She got the yam. She got the chops to do it, right? And although she was best suited and best positioned to win that race, an accident occurred, causing her to get separated from her horse, and it put her behind inside the race. And to get ahead and to get back into the game, she took a shortcut to victory, missing a checkpoint along the way. And still about the win, right before her victory, I think it was her aunt had forfeited her and gave her a lesson regarding truth, saying that lies are not the way to true victory, and that her time would come when she would win without having to resort to cheating. And so that's how the movie starts, with that race. Think of that race as something like the pod race in the Phantom Menace movie, but not quite as long as that to get you guys like really bored and have you fall asleep in your seats. I mean, it was long enough, but it was not as long as Phantom Menace, so we'll put it like that. So after that race, and the aunt gives her that lesson, that life lesson, then it cuts to what is current day in the movie, 1984. And a heist crew, at this point in time in 1984, a heist crew enters a jewelry store in a shopping mall to rob them of their valuables, but it's not the kind of valuables that you think. The four members that were robbing this jewelry store, the jewelry store itself was just a front to a secret black market that was in the back of the store that deals with stolen old artifacts and treasures and things like that. And by the grace of movie magic, they picked the wrong place to rob on the wrong day, because none other than Diana was shopping in the mall on that exact day and time and all that. But okay, you let that one go. You let your what is the word I'm saying for? What is the word I'm trying to say? You let your imagination go. You let go of your disbelief. Is that what I want to say? You let go of your belief that, okay, this is the way it happens, right? So these guys try to rob the place, and ultimately they're thwarted by Diana, who turns into Wonder Woman inside the mall, and she thwarts them from their getaway, and she brings all four of these guys to justice. And she beats them up a little bit first, has a little bit of fun. But the movie itself, it starts with just the right amount of fun, and the right amount of nostalgia and a little bit of camp to set the mood, right? And it's like an indication to let us know as the audience that, yeah, we're in store for a charming movie, for a charming, great movie, right? So with the criminals in custody, all the artifacts in the back of this jewelry store were picked up, and they were brought to the Smithsonian. And one particular treasure among them is a wishing stone of sorts, referred to in the movie as the Dream Stone. It grants anybody to make one magical wish that is guaranteed to come true, but the caveat is that it does take something from you in return. And let's see here. One of Diana's weak and meek new co-workers that shows up inside the movie, after meeting Diana, she had wished with this stone inside the room and had wished upon the stone, not knowing that it was going to come true, but just, I wish I could be like her. She wished that she could be just like Diana. And although she was thinking she wanted to be like Diana, as in like calm and cool and confident and strong spirited and things like that, she was unaware of Diana's incognito hidden powers and abilities, right? So unaware that the stone is magical, she didn't know that her wish actually came true like instantaneously. And so she went to sleep in her lab that night, woke up feeling unlike how she formerly was. If you think back to the very first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, when he first gotten bit by the radioactive spider, he'd fallen ill and gotten sick, and he told his aunt that he is gonna go to sleep. He just went, crashed on the bed. He woke up. He was feeling all strong, and his vision was corrected and all that. This part was like just ripped completely straight out of that Spider-Man movie, because that's how this chick was. I think she went to, I'm forgetting that already, but I'm pretty sure she went to sleep and she woke up feeling better than what she normally feels like. Vision all repaired and stuff like that. Didn't have to wear glasses anymore. Had the confidence that she that she didn't have previously. All right, so where are we at now? Yeah, she went to sleep in her lab that night. Yeah, I remember. She went to sleep in her lab and she woke up the next day feeling unlike how she formerly was. And she had Diana's strength and will, and started taking advantage of her newfound abilities and her newfound confidence around the office and things like that. And I think around this same time, Diana had made a wish on the stone as well, in the very same fashion that her her coworker did, thinking that, it's not going to come true. She was like, I wish I had Steve back. Oh my God. And lo and behold, Steve was reincarnated in some other dude's body. And she rekindles her relationship with him. It's odd how that happens. I mean, he comes back to life quite quick in this movie, all right? And the next day, there's this this media mogul. Yeah, this movie it has so much happening so quick. Completely unrelated to everything that I just spoken about. There's a media mogul character named Maxwell Lord inside of this movie, played by Pedro Pascal. And not only is he like an entertainment king on TV back in this point in time, but he also owns like a oil rig company or something like that. And he has all these rigs set up throughout the United States, but this guy has been so unlucky and hasn't struck black gold anywhere. So his company is getting ready to go under like within days from this point in time when his character was introduced. I'm trying to think of the name of his company. I think it was called Gold Cooperative. But yeah, a failing oil company. I don't know how he knows about this stone or to even know that it works. But he knew that this dream stone was in the Smithsonian. And he went to the Smithsonian where Diana and her coworker works to steal this thing. And lo and behold, he does infiltrate this Smithsonian, and he steals the rock. And he wishes for himself that he doesn't wish himself into success. What he wishes for with his one wish is that he becomes the dream stone itself, so that he could be like a genie of sorts, and he can grant other people their wishes. But man, let me see how I can word this, because this is quite difficult to say, and it might be even more difficult for you to understand. With his one wish, he wishes that he becomes the dream stone itself, so that he could be a genie of sorts that grants the wishes to those that ask him. And Max uses his new ability to cunningly trick people into making wishes to his own benefit. And then when they have to get one thing taken from them in return, to feed or fulfill that wish, then he takes advantage of them again, a second time pretty much. And yeah, so he gives them what they want usually, but he always takes something from them in return. And what he takes from them in return is usually something bigger and grander than what they had initially wished for. So from this point in the movie, just so much started happening, and it was just hard to keep up with the notes. In short, although Max got the power he wanted, it ultimately destroyed his soul. And the only way he could move forward was by getting more and more power and taking more and more away from everybody that he was granting wishes to. And it goes from him taking control of him initially, of all the investors of his company that were getting ready to sell and thought that, his company was going under. So he buys out all their shares for cheap, ends up striking gold, liquid gold, oil, and becomes rich and puts all these guys out of business. And, after you become the biggest oil mogul or the oil king of the United States, what's next, right? You go to Saudi Arabia to take control of their oil, and that's what he did. Next, let's see. And it goes from him taking control of all the oil in Saudi Arabia to, you can assume next all of the Middle East and then the world. And then it goes from there to him taking control of the White House and then the world itself. And Diana's ex-friend and coworker, you know, she likes her new powers and abilities once she finds out that she has that physical aspect to it, not just Diana's confidence and things like that. You know, Diana tells her, listen, the only way we can stop this guy or to save the world and things like this, everybody that had wished for something, we all have to give it back. We have to relinquish control of our powers. And this woman was like, hell no, bitch. I ain't giving my shit back. So, you know, she played a good villain. She played the physical villain of the movie. And Pedro Pascal played like the big baddie that's like the spiritual bad guy of the movie, so to speak. And not so much the brute or the, you know what I'm trying to say. Man. So she didn't want to relinquish her powers, even though it cost her who she once was, sweet, warm, and caring. This is the friend. By the end of the movie, Diana bested her in battle. And I just skipped so much of the movie. There's the armor of Asteria that you get to see inside of the gold armor that you see inside of like all the trailers and the movie poster of Diana wearing the gold armor. So that's in there. And she gets to sport that at the end of the movie. She feels worthy enough to wear it. And aside from that, by the end of the movie, she battles both of these villains and blah, 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 blah. That's the end of it. Good movie. This is the most fun that I've had with a DC movie since, well, the last fun DC movie that I seen was Shazam. And before Shazam, the last actual fun DC movie that I seen was Superman 2. And when I say fun, I really mean fun. I'm not talking about like campy and stupid like Batman Returns and Batman and Robin. Yeah, that may have been fun to like a 5-year-old, but those movies were just mad stupid. But this movie was actual good fun. Most fun that I've had since Shazam and Superman 2. And there's an after credits sequence inside of this movie that you must see that's just it will bring a tear to your eye. So that Asteria armor that Diana gets to wear inside of this movie and gets told legend about that by all the people on her island, that Asteria was once the greatest warrior from our land and things like that, and this is her armor and stuff like that. We get to see Asteria herself inside of the after credits sequence. And spoiler again, because I'm getting ready to this is a big spoiler right here. Everything else that I said is just like, whatever, take it or leave it. It's not going to hurt you that bad to listen to all that stuff that I just said, all that bullshit. This one is going to leave a stain. Asteria, played by none other than Linda Carter, man, and you just start cheering. It's good, man. It's real good. Real good. All in all, a great movie. Is it better than the first one? Whoo, man, the first one was a real good movie too. The first one had a little bit more drama than this one. First one was a little bit deeper. Just a little bit deeper. But this one, all in all, was a funner movie. And it was more of an entertainment joyride from beginning to end. Man, they're both good movies. I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I mean, what would I give a perfect 5 stars to? I mean, the best of the DC movies with honors. Those would be like Superman 1 and 2, Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy. Those would be the 5-star DC movies. This one is not in that league, but is barely reaching it. It's almost there. 4 out of 5 stars. That's my final review. You guys are going to love this movie. I'm glad I can finally get this review out because it took me long enough to make it, but saw this movie when it first came out on the 18th, and here it is already the 23rd. And it's probably the 23rd morning for you in the United States now. But in Japan, it's the 23rd night. So hope you guys enjoy the review. Make sure you smash that like button. If you hated my review, if you thought it was other crap, just make sure that you hit the like button. No, make sure you hit that downvote button twice if you hated it, right? So that's all. See you guys in the next one. And until next time, peace.